You're about to listen to TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to another TADPOG podcast. It's a show that happens twice a week, where two old guys play old games. This week, it's other shit. No, it's original Flavor Wednesday.
It is. It feels like another shit Monday
because
we're talking about a game that would belong in an other shit episode.
Yep.
So I get it.
Because what we've already played Earthworm Jim, which would be this week on the
Digital Trends list.
Digital Trends.
Yeah, that was on IGN's list, so we already did it. I've got a little Earthworm Jim corner ready though.
You want to do it now?
Well,
or you want to do everything else first?
Let's just do our other stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just do it's original flavor. Let's do original flavor TADPOG.
Okay. So instead of that, we are going to be talking about Jurassic Park.
Right.
Jurassic Park.
A game that was missing from Digital Trends top 25 Sega Genesis games.
Wouldn't say I've been missing it, Dave.
Yeah, so right. I can't wait to get into this. Cool. Sounds like we're on the same page.
Let's see. I'm your bearded host, Tyler. And let's see. I got one of these, Dave. We can try.
Is that a zebra cake?
It's a zebra cake roll.
All right, let's try it.
Try. It's the last one in the box. I've already eaten everything else in the box, but I figure, hey, let's
split it up. I had beef roast for dinner. I've got a few calories left.
There you go.
Thank you. I'm in your house. You're breaking zebra cake roll with me.
Now you're covered under attack.
I know.
What is it called?
I can't remember. It doesn't mean shit though. I learned that.
Nope.
From the thing I'm not going to say because I don't want to spoil anything.
It is pretty okay.
It tastes just like a zebra cake.
Yeah.
Maybe a little more cream.
Yeah, that's why I think I prefer the original zebra cake to this. But
original flavor zebra cake.
The zebra cake brownies that I had, those I really liked.
What was their deal?
It was just like a cosmic brownie, but instead it just had like a zebra cake topping on it.
Like a what brownie?
A cosmic brownie.
What's a cosmic
it's that
brownie?
Same like Little Debbie brand, like that. Because you'll either see the square brownies with either bits of pecan on top,
sometimes
or like
sprinkles.
There's some kind of like not quite sprinkles, but like
the flat things.
Yeah,
the flat colored. What are those?
I don't know.
Flavor discs.
Yeah, and those will be so it's like that same kind of brownie, that square, but only zebra cake pattern on it. It's all right.
So it's just the icing, like over a brownie.
Icing's just different. It's zebra cake icing.
It's just a straight up regular brownie, though.
Yep.
Oh, that does.
Only without any shit in it.
And it was good.
It was good.
Yeah.
I mean, I like those brownies anyway. So.
Is it just because you like stripes?
Yeah, just fruit stripe gum, zebra cakes.
Yeah, fruit stripe gum.
Yeah.
Do they still make that?
I've seen it in a few places. It's the best gum for about 10 seconds.
It's not good gum. It's not. I mean, right.
Is it fruit stripe and then something else I remember like, oh my God, it was so good. But like, then it just immediately, just like a burst of flavor and then, nothing.
Was this also gum?
It's like chewing pine tar. It was other type of gum. I can't remember what it was though.
That almost seems like every kind of gum.
Juicy fruit is also really good.
Yeah, juicy fruit.
But it's just like
Hubba Bubba.
That's what
was that a
loves.
thing?
Yeah.
And Big League Chew, of course.
Oh man.
Can we just talk about gums?
Wasn't allowed to have it.
Because it was
looked like
a tobacco product.
Yep.
Yeah. I get it. I understand. As an adult, I kind of look back and it's like, that's a weird thing that my parents let me chew.
Because all the kids at T-ball, they all had it, but me.
See, we didn't do it at T-ball. See, I even say it like it's a drug. We didn't do it. We didn't do Big League Chew. Do the chew.
But I guess I will talk about a story I've been saving for a little while. We've just had so many packages and stuff, which has been awesome. So I just pocketed a story.
I think we have more postcards, but I haven't gotten them from Nicole yet.
Okay.
So that's on me.
It's all right.
But we do have some more.
Awesome. Love it. Perfect. Gotta love it. I love that the postcard thing is taking off.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it.
I like that too.
And let's see. So I guess a month ago, maybe, that Melissa surprised me wanting to go. She's like, oh, let's do this. Get the tickets. Let's go. She planned got
Everclear concert.
Got a setter for everything else. Almost, pretty much the same thing.
Oh,
We went to Zany's in Nashville to see Nikki Glazer.
Oh,
she
sweet.
came in.
What do you mean the same thing? That's much better.
I mean, Nikki Glazer, Everclear, they're about the same level. They're both amazing.
She drinks a lot of Everclear on stage, I assume.
Well,
I don't know.
Because we went, man, Zany's has really changed from when we went to see Mitch Hedberg.
You done this already? This is the thing that already happened?
Yeah, it happened like a month ago.
You didn't tell me this?
I was saving it for the show. And we just kept getting packages, so I was like, I'll save it.
This show fucking sucks. I hate this show. I'm a month behind, like an interesting thing that happened to you because of this fucking show. On an Earthworm Jim Jurassic Park double whammy, no less. Oh God! So Zany's changed since we saw Mitch Hedberg.
It's a lot nicer now.
That makes sense because we did see Mitch Hedberg like 14 years ago. If it hadn't changed, I would be a little alarmed.
Because I remember it reminded me back in the day when we get to see it. It reminded me of like the Chaos Theater or that cafe where you go to Moonside and Earthbound.
Oh yeah,
where it was just like small and kind of shady.
Yeah,
like.
But see, I liked that.
But now it's
I like my venues seedy.
It still has a little bit of that to it now, but it's just,
You're just trying to sway
there's
me.
another section. The other up close is still that exact same thing, but now
That's nice.
Past the stage area or like around the stage,
Stadium
and they have a
seating.
much nicer bar and like tables separate from the stage.
I see.
So we got seats right up, basically on the edge of like the table seating and the bar. So we were at a smaller bar facing the stage. It was really nice.
Did you write down all the jokes that she did?
For all my MSN status
Like you
updates.
did? What?
God, man, I cringed so hard at that.
Yeah.
I didn't even enjoy Mitch Hedberg. Fucking now dead Mitch Hedberg because I was,
Right.
MSN sign-in names.
Content, man. You needed content. I get it. That's tougher. I think honestly, coming up with MSN away statuses is probably tougher than producing the show twice a week.
I don't know if I talked about it before, like my name, like 80% of the time on MSN was Silence Came Back Filling in Jagged Spaces, which is a line from The Gunslinger by Stephen King.
Okay. That sounded familiar to me, but then I realized that it sounded familiar to me because of you.
Yep.
And not the source material.
Yeah, that was almost all the time because I loved that quote.
Yeah.
So,
That's a nice quote.
Yeah.
I like it. How was Nikki Glazer?
amazing.
Yeah.
She was, because
She's funny.
The people who headlined for her were also really good.
Yeah.
Because the first guy, okay, clearly like a newer comic.
Yeah.
He did it all right. And then somebody named Tom Brady, who is his shtick.
Wait.
He did all that too.
Is that his thing?
Yeah, because he's half Indian
I see.
and named Tom Brady. So he's like, everybody thinks when they hear Tom Brady, they're getting something else,
Right.
and they get me. So he was really, really good.
Yeah.
And then when she came on, it's so weird whenever there's someone, sort of like whenever I met Charisma Carpenter, whenever you sort of like idolize someone from a distance and then actually see them in person, it's just this strange juxtaposition to where it's like reality everything just feels weird, everything's surreal for like that first moment where you see them in real life.
But it's not the Tom Brady you were expecting.
No.
So that makes sense.
Because obviously he talked about doing like a show in Boston or something like that, and it being
It was sold out. Hey man, you want to go hear what Tom Brady has to say? Yes, I do.
But I need to get, because I'd heard him on her podcast before. I did not know he was half Indian until he did a lot of jokes about it. He did a lot of jokes about his absent father.
Really?
That was actually really funny.
Yeah.
And then when Nikki got on stage, again, it was material I hadn't heard her do before, so it was like a whole new thing.
That's nice.
Really enjoyed that. She did one part was funny because clearly she had a bit in mind, and she was talking about squirting. And like she was trying to be a squirter, and her boyfriend were working on it. And she talks about, like, everyone knows, like, let's just cut to the chase. It's pee. It's pee. And then somebody in the audience like yells something about it.
Oh God, I hope she was like ready for it.
Well, she was like, "No, what are you saying? What are you saying? Tell me about it." And the woman in the audience, I mean, fucking super drunk, but she was she's a nurse.
Yeah.
And a squirter. So she starts going on like
Squirting nurses.
yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
She starts telling Nikki Glaser, like, it's not actually pee, it's this and this and this. And like Nikki was laughing about it. She thought it was, funny and went on for a little while.
Yeah.
But of course the drunk nurse just doesn't let it go and just let the bit keep flowing. She gets to the point where like security has to come out and tell her to shut up.
Really?
Because after, yes.
Was she there alone? Like, was no one there to be like, come on, stop it?
She was in a group of like 8 other drunk
We're also
ladies.
squirters. Man, boy, busting that table. That was rough. They just ordered a new one at the end of the night.
Because I thought it was so funny just seeing these 2 security guards in black like go over there and just lay their arms on her. And I see one like do the stop hand motion before Nikki finally then just like resumes her bit because she keeps trying to jump in. No, but it's pee. No, it's not pee. No, but really it's pee. Oh, it's not pee. I know it's not pee. And it was a good audience. Everybody really enjoyed her. So she was like, you know what, you guys, you're even liking some of the weird shit I'm throwing out at you. So I've got some new material I haven't done before. I want to see how it flies. And she did a good 15 minutes on dog fucking.
Yeah, cool.
That like I thought was hilarious. Melissa thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
The rest of the audience was
no, not
half
so
and
much.
half on it. Yeah.
What the 8 nurses, how'd they weigh in on it?
Oh, everything was funny to the 8 nurses.
Yeah. 8 out of 8 nurses enjoyed dog fucking jokes.
But she went on a big thing about how awful she thought her dog would be at eating pussy. She's like, I've seen him. I've seen the way he eats peanut butter. I've seen the way he'd just be the worst. He'd be so bad. So, I mean, she did that for a long time. And overall, they still had their 2-drink minimum. Alcohol was okay. Food was okay. But we had a really nice evening. We want to go back really whenever we can. Like, she's like, this needs to be a regular thing we do. And I was like, yeah, it really should be. It's a really good time.
Anybody good coming up? Zanies, do you know?
Who did I see? There was somebody I wanted to see that was coming on relatively soon. I can't remember. Maybe it was Jim Gaffigan. I can't remember. But
have you seen his show?
I watched a little bit of it. It was just his stand-up put back into show format, so I wasn't crazy about it.
Yeah, I like Jim Gaffigan's stand-up a lot, which, I don't know. There's this whole thing about clean comedians versus not clean comedians. And, like, Jim Gaffigan's one of those comedians where it's like, I feel like... to me, I enjoy him so much that I never really noticed that he was clean.
Like him and Brian Regan, I feel like they're just clean by coincidence. Yeah. Like, it's not like a lot of other comics intentionally go out to be clean.
That's what's most annoying to me, I think, is like kind of the like waving the banner of like, well, I'm a clean comedian. Look at me. Like, I don't feel like
everybody
those guys really do that.
Because they don't market themselves as a clean comedian, so you don't really notice as much. Like, I will immediately have a stigma against someone who says I'm a clean comedian.
Right.
I do a clean show. Like, I immediately am against it. Yeah. It's just I don't like it. So.
That's a tough obstacle to get over for me too. I mean, so what? I'm listening to Nikki Glazer's podcast. What's it called? I'm gonna put it in the show notes.
She had 2. She had the one that I started listening to a lot called "We Know Nothing." That eventually she quit and handed that over to her best friend and co-host, and I kept listening until it stopped.
Oh, so it's no longer active.
It's defunct now. They all 3 of the hosts started doing other projects and couldn't keep it up. And now she has her Not Safe, because she has the Not Safe TV show on Comedy Central that I
haven't seen
love.
That. It's good.
Oh, it's so good. And then she has a podcast, Not Safe, as well.
But seriously though, I've read some studies about squirting, and they say it's pee. But then I read another one that says it's not pee. No one fucking knows.
Because I've read more that it's not pee, but I've also read that like squirting is also a tiny death. Because whenever
a tiny death.
Well,
that's what they call an orgasm, right? La petite mort.
Tiny death.
Tiny death.
Because they like whenever like a squirting occurs, it's because I forget the disconnect that happens. Why it happens in the first place.
It's brain juices.
Yeah.
And then when you run out of brain juices, you die.
You yawn and it cools down, but if you don't yawn long enough, it has to squirt out somewhere.
That's the coolant. That's the yawning activates the coolant in your brain, which is squirt.
But like when you squirt, like your heart stops.
I've never squirted.
A second.
Don't you put that on me.
Well, we both squirt, but in a different way.
Women squirt.
Yeah. But otherwise, it was a great night. I can't wait to go back. I'd see her again. Like overall, it was great. Great experience.
That was good. I'm glad. Man, It sucks I had to wait a month to hear about it. It's this fucking show that we do.
But my wife knows me, and it's awesome.
Yeah, that is good. You winked at me. I like that. I don't know.
I didn't mean
I don't
to.
know what that was about.
I was thinking of drinking this. Sprite, and it just kind of. Sometimes I have to drink it with one eye closed. The cranberryness is too much.
I was like, does he think he's giving me a compliment? I don't know.
My wife knows me, Dave. Wink.
I'm glad.
My wife, I mean you.
I got it loud and clear. Wouldn't it be cool if we revealed to the audience, like a couple of years down the road, that I'm Melissa? There would be, I guarantee you.
Or actually an old married Jewish couple in their 60s.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'd be good. 5% of our audience would be like, I knew it.
I called it.
Yep.
Been saying this for years.
What's up, Internet? I'm Dave. I'm your bespectacled host. I didn't do anything fun like that recently. I've been trying to play like games and stuff, you know? Video games specifically. Have you heard of these?
Vidya games.
I played a thing that I've barely played before. Tyler, there's a series of games called Call of Duty. Are you familiar with that?
Call of
Duty.
Okay.
They had a new one.
They like
came
the
out.
Halo games.
Like the Halo games.
Okay.
Yeah. Halo Kitty. Yeah. As you, I'm sure you know, Tyler. I'm not like real big into the military shooters, but this one, this new game that just came out, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, is in space, so it's a little different.
Oh, okay.
But I will say that it's difficult to. It's been kind of a difficult month because like I'm trying to stay on top of these games, right? Because it's like what I'm learning from doing this show is it's super, super hard to go back and play games.
And
it's much easier to play them as they fucking come out. So I've been trying to make like a conscious effort to fucking play like the big games as they come out. And I guess by big games, I mean like the AAA games
titles,
and then the indie games that are like, that receive overwhelming praise immediately.
Yeah.
It's easier that way because then I don't feel super overwhelmed. Because do you remember when we took the Game Facts best game ever quiz or
what
whatever?
What are these?
I know. It's like, well, I do co-host a video game podcast. I should probably have played a Metal Gear Solid game. So
we've expanded our gaming library so much.
It's fucked up to think about like before we started this, and I was like, yeah, I know video games. I fucking knew nothing, Jon Snow. Absolutely fucking nothing. And I still feel like I know nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's I listen to other shows and it's like, these motherfuckers know video games. Like, I guarantee you, I'm not going to have anything to say about Jurassic Park for the Sega Genesis that no one has said before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, what insight am I going to have other than, well, a guy who I used to talk to about masturbating, and I played this game. So, I mean...
Your dad?
No, I never talked to my dad about masturbating. Never. He kind of caught me once, kind of, sort of. Like I wasn't like real into it, you know. Like I was just kind of playing around with it.
Lollygagging.
Yeah, exactly. Like I can't remember like The Real World or something was on, and I was under my blanket. It was just like, yeah, I'll tug on this
Just
a
a
little
real
bit.
casual jerk.
Nothing.
Like
Was,
you're like 80% hard, just kind of just moving it around.
right? Yeah, exactly. I was like drawing things with it. Yeah, totally. That I didn't like. I was very in middle school up until college when I couldn't like jerk it in the shower because my dorm had community shower. Up until then, I exclusively came in the bathroom.
Okay.
That's it, and that's all. And
I split it mostly between bathroom, bedroom, and when no one was home, living room.
I didn't know what to do with the evidence. I didn't.
That's what carpet's for.
Well, that's what friends' carpets are
An
for.
unused corner of the carpet.
Oh, God, that's fucking gross, man.
It's fine until someone actually steps over there, like to make a bed.
Yeah. Well, I was at a young age even more blessed with the gift that I have, and that is producing in large quantities. So I pretty much had to do it in the bathroom. I'll just put it that way.
Isn't that a weird shame?
Is what a weird shame.
That you produced more than?
Is that a oh, it's a yeah, of course it's a bummer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why I mean,
I don't know the science. I don't know the science behind it, but I mean, and maybe I didn't measure it.
I mean,
maybe it's just my perspective.
Are we supposed to reproduce when we're 15?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, totally. Right?
Man, I can't even imagine.
Because like what? Like in the 1600s, we were all like dying off in our late 30s or something.
Yeah, you're 18. 18 was like, oh, you're almost
it's
done.
Time to what? You haven't made a baby yet? The fuck, man, get with it. So yeah, I played a Call of Duty game to completion. I played the campaign.
Speaking of completion, Call of Duty.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, I flipped that segue around the wrong way. And then I played a little bit of the multiplayer. It's pretty good. And then
really,
like out of the three most recent games that are very similar, I guess, in style and genre: Battlefield 1, Titanfall 2, and Infinite Warfare. I think Infinite Warfare had the best multiplayer for me because it's like it felt like a traditional first-person shooter. I was able to kind of jump.
Counter-Strike, kind of.
Yeah, a little bit.
Fit that glove back on a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. Like Titanfall 2, on the other hand, is like so far off from like the first-person shooters I'm used to because there's a lot of I'm trying
to think the last time that the last time I played a shooter that I was really into the multiplayer. Oh man,
Chex Quest.
I wish I had multiplayer like that.
Oh damn, that's a.
I don't remember which Quake.
Quake 2?
Maybe it was Quake 2 because I loved the storyline. I loved playing multiplayer. Like I loved playing Quake 2, and I was like, "All right, this is kind of old. Let's move on. Like, I'm really good at these multiplayer, these shooter games. All right, what's next? Unreal Tournament? Okay,
different experience. Different experience.
I saved up. I bought that game. Super excited. Put it in.
Oh,
immediately got into multiplayer.
Yeah.
I played it for an hour of about 5-second rounds before I was just murdered over and over and over again. It's like, okay, I'm done with these basically forever.
Yeah, Unreal Tournament, I played for probably a week when it came out. And
people were just so nuts about it. And I just, after my experience with that, I was like, I don't understand. I don't get this at all.
It was fun, but we like moved on to Counter-Strike real soon after that, I feel like. Because I think Counter-Strike came out not too long after Unreal Tournament, and everybody moved over to that at Apex. So I was like, all right, I'm playing this now. Which is probably good, because Unreal Tournament, like, that was a fun game. I enjoyed it, but it was not fucking balanced at all. Like, I mean, it was just like straight up camp spawns. No one could do anything about it. I mean, it was like deathmatch cranked up to 11, and then they broke the fucking knob off.
Because I loved Quake and Duke Nukem 3D. Like, I loved both those games. I thought it would just translate to anything else.
Yeah. Yeah. The older I get, the worse I am at first-person shooters.
Yeah.
Like, that's just a fact. I produce less cum, and I'm worse at first-person shooters. 2 things you learned about me today.
Yep. Something you have to come to terms with as we age.
Yep. 2 things you learned about age today, kids. And if you're a kid and you're listening, you're fucking awesome.
Yep.
I'm not going to be one of those hosts who's like, don't stop listening. We're like, fucking listen and tell your younger brother about this.
Yep.
Because we need your money when you're older.
It's like, sup, Miles, I assume.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. You
talk about Jurassic Park?
I want to talk about Earthworm Jim.
Okay,
for just a second. Just a second. Just a little bit. Just a tiny bit.
I'm gonna eat this zebra cake.
All right.
Eat the rest of this.
You didn't eat it all earlier. You saved it. You were smart. You were the ant, and I was a grasshopper. So we talked about Earthworm Jim a long fucking time ago. I do not remember the episode number, but it was like probably pre-50 is my guess. I don't know. I'll have a link to that in the show notes if you want to listen to it. Earthworm Jim was one of those games that was that's a fundamental game for me. Like, that is like Earthworm Jim is part of me. Like, that's like that set the precedent for platformers for me when I was in like middle school.
I also feel like it fits your personality too. Like,
it's a weird game.
Yeah,
it's a fucking weird game, and I like weird games, and I feel like Earthworm Jim set the bar for like weird shit. I think it is the Sprite, because you winked at me again when you drank the Sprite.
I guess it's just how I drink. Yeah, I drink like a pirate.
I like it.
Do you know who cannot wink?
Dick Van Dyke.
My wife.
Really?
Cannot do it. She'll try, and she just ends up blinking both eyes at me.
Do you remember practicing blinking or winking when you were a kid? Did you do that?
I remember I was just, it was always a natural talent for me. I was pretty good at it.
Yeah.
I could do it.
I remember winking because my dad used to wink. Like he'd wink at me.
Like Santa Claus style, like, ha-ha.
Right. And like I would try to wink back and I would blink, just blink hard. And I'd have to like concentrate to
I dream a
wink.
genie granting a wish.
Yeah, absolutely. Which, God, I wish I could do that. We've talked about Genie versus Samantha, right? We've talked about that before.
I want to say we have. It's been a while.
To have, but Samantha, 100%.
I mean, she's not constrained like Genie is.
Oh, is that a thing?
I mean,
for you, like,
to
does
my
that
knowledge.
work?
I guess.
You went right to it. That's why I asked. Genie's constrained.
She's constrained. And Dora phones both, though, easily.
I don't know, man. I got to go with...
Darren was always on like a razor's edge of death with Andorra. It was crazy.
What's her name? Elizabeth Montgomery? Is that her name? Samantha. And then Jeannie was... Is that Barbara Eden?
Barbara Eden, yeah.
Yeah. Man, Elizabeth Montgomery every fucking day of the week. Like that was a... I don't know. She's probably... Is she dead? I hope she's not dead.
I have no idea.
But regardless, I can say...
Mary Tyler Moore over both of them, but yeah.
Mary Tyler Moore over both of them?
Over both of them.
Laura Petrie over both of them.
Okay, yeah.
Once she hit the Mary Tyler Moore show, once I saw her in color, I was no longer attracted.
Well, I wonder
to
if
her.
it was also the style of clothing, the transition between periods, because like the clothes are just looked better in Mary Tyler Moore.
Absolutely.
I mean,
or Dick Van Dyke
over Mary Tyler Moore.
Yeah. That like early '60s. Kind of like those capris, which she brought into fashion, apparently, from what I've heard on Nick at Night, which might have been just bullshit. I don't know. But yeah, man, Laura Petrie. I agree. Laura Petrie over Samantha.
Over
and
most people.
Yeah, I'm down for that. Earthworm Jim.
Yeah. Listen to that Laura Petrie Earthworm Jim segue.
So here's the thing about Earthworm Jim. It belongs on Digital Trends Top 25 Sega Genesis games. And I think that it is better on the Genesis than it is on the Super Nintendo. I've played both. The friend that I had in middle school, when we were discovering jerking it, we would like dance around it. I promise I'm going to get back to Earthworm Jim. This ties back to Earthworm Jim. I promise. But we would dance around it and be like, so... You ever like?
Man, I'm so glad you had that friend too.
Oh, really? You had that friend too?
That same friend.
Like neither of us knew how to like bring it up, but we desperately wanted to talk about it to make sure that
awesome
everything.
thing we found.
Yeah, you're right. A, it's awesome, and B, wanted to make sure that everything like checked out. Like the other person wasn't like, wait, what happens? Wait, what?
And then you bleed.
Right. Yeah, exactly. That's when I learned, in a weird way, that my friend in middle school was not circumcised like I am. Because he talked about, this didn't dawn on me until like I was in college. When he talked about like, we got into like how to do it. And I'm a, me. I'm a lotion guy.
Yeah.
I like to get wet and wild.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. He was not so much, and he would say
he didn't have to.
He would say that he would move the skin. I'm like, what are you talking about? Just move the skin. He's like, yeah, just move the skin. How does that even work? And then I learned later in life, actually, what a non-circumcised penis looks like, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess that would do the job.
Got its own pleasure sleeve. Okay.
What is up with that? I love that. I'm jealous of everybody, every man out there who has this built-in pleasure sleeve. Welcome to our show where we talk about video games. I hope everybody's enjoying themselves. So he had a Sega Genesis. I told you I'd get back to Earthworm Jim. And that's the first time I played Earthworm Jim, was over at his house. We rented it. And man, I fell in love with that game immediately because it was like hit on like so many of my little mind buzzers where it's like, yeah, this is fun. The game is fun. And like Also, he says things like Tinder and, you know, other things that Pauly Shore might say, which is really appealing to me. So, very 90s, this game. I still revisit it. I still revisit Earthworm Jim like once every 2 or 3 years. The Genesis version is better, definitively.
That's what I've heard from a lot of different places.
It is better. And it's like the Super Nintendo, a lot of things are just kind of different. For the most part, it's the same exact game, but like the sound's a little different, the color's a little different, the backgrounds of stages are a little different, which all those things like I kind of expect, right? But the big thing that makes the Genesis game, the Genesis version, better than the Super Nintendo version is it has a level that the Super Nintendo version does not have.
Oh, okay.
So, which is called Intestinal Distress. And it is a platforming level that takes place inside a digestive tract.
You think that was Nintendo like not liking the idea of being like they didn't cut it for space, they cut it for appropriateness?
That wouldn't surprise me, but I've heard that it was for space, and I think it's because they put when it was ported to SNES. I honestly don't know which one it was designed for originally, but when it was developed for SNES, they put more sound into it.
Oh, okay.
And they scrapped Intestinal Distress. I do not know if that's true, but it is a short level.
That makes sense. I mean, that's Nintendo's bread and butter.
Yeah.
Sound chips. So.
Yeah, and I mean the sound. It's weird because it's like there are levels in Earthworm Jim on the Genesis that I think the music sounds better because it is like this real electronic kind of sound, which I think the Genesis, we've talked about this in like Shadowrun and stuff like that. Like
Streets of Rage.
Like, I mean, when they're going for like an electronic sound, Genesis is fucking great for music. If they're going for anything else, I think Super Nintendo is better as far as music goes.
Man, I agree with you. Yeah.
But there we go. That's all I have to say about Earthworm Jim. If you haven't played it, fucking play it because I think you would like it. If you like the kind of games that I like. And also if you like talking about jerking off with friends, then you probably like it.
Earthworm Jim is a natural,
it
natural
is.
segue.
It's natural progression, I feel like. I haven't played the 3D version, Earthworm Jim 3D.
I have not either.
And I probably never will because I hear it's really bad.
Yeah.
But part of me wants to try it.
Was it in N64?
Yeah, it's an N64 game. I'm not sure if it came out on anything else. But I hear the definitive version of Earthworm Jim, although I never played it, is the Sega CD version. So never played it.
Okay.
I did pick it up when it came out on Xbox Live. They did an HD remake, I guess, of the game, or re-release, and that is a really really good version. Yeah, super good. It had a leaderboard and everything.
Oh,
I was in there. I was in the top. I think I was in the top 200 at some point. But then what happens is the same kind of thing that happens with what was it? What was the mobile game? Oh, the Coors Light.
Super Refreshment.
Yeah, nailed it. The Super Refreshment, where it's like I was fucking number 1 on their leaderboards, and then like it's obvious. Like this sounds like me just being like, yeah, and then some fucking hackers come in, but it's obvious because it's like the high scores are all like 800,000, and then like numbers start appearing on the board where it's like 99,999,999. It's like I'm pretty sure that guy might have hacked it. I don't know, maybe. Which that's a level of like hacking that I can't wrap my mind around.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how do you do that? I feel like that's a thing.
How does hack?
What does numbers? I don't even know. So there's the little Earthworm Jim corner.
No, it's good. Glad you did it.
Me too. You know what? It's better than
what?
Jurassic Park.
Oh,
Earthworm Jim's better than Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park is another game that I would play with my jerk off buddy.
Your jerk it, Jeff.
My jerk it, Jeff. Although we never did it in the same room or anything like that. We just like talked about it way too much. I remember when my dad found out that we were talking about it, and I remember him telling me, I'm not sure you need to be having this conversation with another boy.
Man.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Someone's dad was really worried about having a gay son.
Yeah. Really afraid.
Super scared. But I don't know. So yeah.
Get Henry one of those shirts that says Gaby.
What is it? Oh, that's a gay baby?
Uh-huh.
Or is that a baby from a gay couple?
A gay baby, I believe.
A gay baby. I feel like
Get one of those and just send him over there.
Yeah. I feel
he
like
came out. No, Henry came out. We're not going to stifle his decision.
Right,
Dad.
right,
This is what he decided.
He was born this way, Dad.
Yeah.
So I think that's just as bad. Well, I shouldn't say just as bad, but just as damaging as like making your kid do like manly things. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, here's my philosophy with Henry. I hope it fucking works out. But here's my philosophy. Just let him figure shit out.
Yeah.
That's it.
However you want a nut, son, you get it.
Yeah.
You get it.
I don't care. I don't really need to know, honestly.
As long as you put plenty of numbers on the board, I don't care how you get them.
I don't even care about that shit. Here's what I care about. Are you happy with how you do it? Then it's cool.
Yep.
Are you okay? Here's where I get a little intrusive. And are you being safe about it? That's important.
That's fair.
That's important.
That's fair.
So I don't care. I was gonna say I don't care what you fuck, but let me limit that to I don't care who you fuck. As long as you're doing it safely.
I guess as long as you're kissing him too, like not like my dad. Like boys don't kiss other boys, Tyler. No. You don't even kiss your dad.
When's the last time you remember kissing your dad?
When he told me that when I was in elementary school.
In elementary school, like early elementary school, like what kind of?
I want to say like second grade. Maybe?
Second grade. Is that the cutoff? Is that like kissing on the lips, or is that kissing on the cheek, or what?
Kissing on the lips.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, that's a tough one, right? Because it's like he was trying to do you a favor. Like he was like, I imagine he was like just trying to save you.
We don't know how far this is going to go out. May as well cut it off now.
Right. I don't like even thinking about that. Like in the future, like I like to think I'm not going to have a cutoff because like as long as my son wants to kiss me, it's fucking fine.
Well, see, he won't kiss Kenna on the mouth either.
Really?
So.
Well, to be fair, Kenna's of that age where kissing really sucks.
I mean,
is she a good kisser? How good of a kisser is your daughter?
She gets plenty of practice.
Yeah.
So.
She's good?
Because anybody that's like, give me a kiss, she's like, all right.
Really?
Sure.
Henry,
how about yeah.
Henry's not good at it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be a problem. Like, I don't think in second grade we have to tell him to stop kissing me. Like, kissing me, like, good night is like a chore for him right now. It's like, all right, give me a kiss. And he, like, gets in there real fast and, like, just darts in. And he's like, all right, I'm ready to go to bed. So, and he does, like, the open mouth thing where it's like, he hasn't mastered, like, pursing his lips. It's just a straight up, like, here comes the mouth, Dad. Yeah. So I hope everyone enjoyed the 2 minutes where I talked about kissing my son.
Yep.
Jurassic Park. Mm-hmm. Right. That's another game I played with my Jerk It Jeff, which was really cool at the time.
Yeah, at the time.
It was really cool.
Do you hear that, Dave?
I do hear that. It sounds like a bunch of raptors kissing their daddies.
Yeah.
And talking about the best way to pleasure their coaculus. What do you call the butthole vagina of a bird dinosaur?
Coaxial cable.
Coaxial cable. That's it. Definitely. The cloaca.
Cloaca. There you go.
Is that it?
I think that's it.
I don't know. But, you know, dinosaurs had that. They were totally just like...
Everything in the same hole?
Oh, man, just in the same hole.
Multi-purpose hole?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ugh.
You don't like that?
Nope.
No. Do you like being a mammal?
No.
It's working out okay?
I mean, I'm not one of those people who has to have everything on their plate not touching, but
yeah,
I want different holes for different activities.
Yeah, you say that now. You say that now, but I guarantee you've explored those other holes meant for other things. I said things weird like a robot.
Those things.
I am redneck robot. All right. Yes, I do hear that. Train full of raptors kissing each other on the lips. Which, of course, ushers in a segment that we like to call Dave Reads some Wikipedia. Okay, guys. Jurassic Park is a video game for the Sega Mega Drive / Genesis, published by Sega and developed by Blue Sky Software. It was released as part of the tie-in merchandise to the movie of the same name from Universal Pictures. Jurassic Park was released on 9 separate video game consoles, which is a lot, but it's not surprising.
Yeah.
Of the same name. Are you familiar with Jurassic Park? Have you heard of Jurassic Park before?
Jurassic World? Yeah.
Yeah, that is part of the franchise.
Yeah.
So
What?
yeah.
What?
Yeah. Were there Jurassic World video games? Is it like just there had to have been, right?
Surely there was like a shitty PlayStation 3.
It's just a thing we don't hear about anymore because we're not 13.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember. Let's see.
Do you remember the time where like movie tie-in games, like I would look forward to those. I would look forward to like Terminator 2 or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Where it's like I would look forward
I
to
really
it.
like the movie.
Yeah. Even after I was burned by The Goonies 2. Which I was burned by in elementary school. We also have a Goonies 2 episode, guys. You should listen to that. I don't know how good it is because it was early. It was Jurassic Park, all of these games, all 9 of these include elements from the Jurassic Park novel by Michael Crichton, on which the film was based.
There's a Jurassic World mobile game.
Is that it?
That's all I'm finding.
I'm sure.
And Lego Jurassic World looks like that's mobile too, though.
That's actually probably pretty good. Oh, never mind. Anything with mobile after it, I'm like, well, I can't make a snap judgment on that. It's probably bad, but it has potential of being good, right?
Maybe.
We should do it. Next episode. Let's see. Jurassic Park. Due to the game's critical success, a sequel of the Genesis game was also released called Jurassic Park Rampage Edition, which relies more on action and more on-screen enemies. That's it. That's the introductory paragraph for Jurassic Park for the Genesis.
Dave.
Yeah.
Dave, I hated this game.
Not a good game.
I remember thinking it was so cool as a kid.
Yep.
I never got very far. I didn't remember why. I was like, why did I never beat the first level? Or why did I, play as the raptor for a little while? And that's awesome as it is, play as the raptor.
Yes.
Why did I never get very far? Oh, because I quickly lost interest because it's bad.
Bad game.
Yeah, it's a
bad game. Bad platformer. What's up?
You scared the shit out of me.
Sprite. I got Sprite and Imodium. Thank you. This is Diarrhea Plus. I hadn't shared this on the episode yet. You may have noticed, I don't know. You might have noticed that I'm maybe lower energy than normal. I don't know.
I think I am because I'm tired.
You're suddenly Susan.
Suddenly Brooke Shields.
Man, whew, you wouldn't get out of this room without me exploring some holes. Or at least trying
I'd be
to.
Brooke Shields, you'd be Kathy Griffin. We'll have a good time.
Oh, man. Wow. now I have diarrhea and I'm hard.
You be that guy who killed himself in the middle of the show's run. And I'll be Judd Nelson.
Oh, man. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, a lot of suddenly Susan facts you forgot about.
Some that I didn't even know about.
Mm-hmm. But Todd, Todd something.
I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. Why? Do you know why?
I think just depression. I don't think it was anything like the.
It was no big deal.
The show. Just a thing. It happens.
Let's see. Like everything that we eat on the show, I'm going to tell you about Imodium. Oh, my tummy hurts. I never finished why I might be low energy. My tummy hurts. Mm-hmm. It's hurt all day. And it's just, I don't know that I should take this because do not use if you have bloody or black stool. Ask a doctor.
All of yours are like that.
Every single one.
It always looks like Halloween every time you take a shit.
Yeah. It looks like black and red Twizzlers. You know how when Moses' staff turns into snakes? That's what my poop does, but with Twizzlers. The moment it hits water, Twizzlers. I'm actually afraid. I'm afraid to take this, so I'm not gonna. It's very nice. Melissa brought this to me and a Sprite. I know it's no comedy. It's no comedy show, but yeah, Melissa's pretty awesome.
Yeah, no, she's very awesome.
Yeah, I'm worried if I take this, I won't stop shitting, or it'll fuck me up.
It's supposed to plug you.
It's supposed to plug me up.
Yeah.
This is more of a gastrointestinal like distress thing. This is like, I feel like my intestines are balloon animals right now. Like I can push on certain parts of my stomach and like it hurts real bad.
Oh.
Where it's like it's just a whole bunch of gas up in there. That's what it is. It's just a whole bunch of like gas or maybe mild food poisoning. I don't know.
Oh man.
Maybe,
Oof.
possibly.
Oof.
But if it is, it's like very mild because it's like I associate
You don't
food
feel
poisoning.
like you're dying.
Right. I associate food poisoning with like, do I have a stomach flu?
Yeah.
And that's not how I feel right now. I just feel like not good.
Is God taking me home?
Right? Yeah. It's like I'm at the level now where it's like I just don't want to eat anything really, which is rare for me. But it's like when I came home, like Nikki had like dinner ready, and that is usually not a thing that happens. We're usually like just throwing it together, like at the like, are you hungry? I'm hungry. We're both angry. Let's eat something. So
Yeah.
this was different. Like food was already ready, and I felt like really bad because it's like this is a really nice dinner that you've prepared, and I am going to eat it. Although my fucking stomach hurts, and I do not want to eat anything. So
I'm not going to enjoy it, but I am going to eat it.
but
Thank
I
you.
will eat it. And I enjoyed the taste of it, just for the taste of it. It's Diet Coke, right?
Yeah.
You're
so
welcome, Diet Coke.
They need our help.
They do. They totally need our help. So what are we talking about? Jurassic Park? for the sake
Jurassic
of
Park.
this? Yeah.
Well, okay, something I didn't realize, like that Jurassic Park is
Not real.
my lead.
It turns out, not based on a true story, like the movie said it was.
basically my least favorite genre of video game. Period.
Jurassic Park, yes.
Jurassic Park, the genre.
I know.
It's essentially a cinematic platformer.
It is very close to cinematic platformer.
And I fucking hate cinematic platformers.
I don't think it's quite there, but I can see the connection you're making.
You have a little more offensive capabilities, I guess, than a traditional, but you control. One, the controls are awful as Grant, especially as Grant, because you.
Bad as a raptor too.
Because it's like you're not. They took the same control scheme for Grant, but just made it where you move faster and jump higher, which doesn't translate really well. You don't have to fuck with as much stuff, but you're running off ledges as the Raptor and falling down into stuff. And as Grant, you're doing all these leaps of faith and the floaty, like it's just
Slippy.
Man.
I mean, the controls are very, very loose. They're very loose, and they're not good. I mean, it's like there are parts in the first level as Grant. Okay, we did talk about like you can play as Grant, Alan Grant, or a raptor,
And that's awesome. That is fucking awesome.
That is awesome.
That's the kind of thing that like fans would talk about. You know what would be cool, and the fans would love it. It's the kind of thing that like developers will listen to now a little more. Like I feel like that still bugs me. That like I feel like the fans generally know what they want out of a game. And developers so rarely listen to the fans and give them exactly what they want.
Do you think that's changing a little bit now?
I think it's changing a little bit now, not nearly as much as it should.
Yeah.
It's still. I'll compare a lot of developers to
Harrison Ford.
to high end chefs that like. Oh, I know what's good. You don't.
I see. Yeah.
So, despite the fact this mass audience is asking for this, the developer still has like, oh, I know what's best. Thank you. No. But this is one of those things where it's like everybody would be like, oh man, it'd be awesome if you could play as the Raptor.
Yeah.
And then like it happened.
Right.
Like that is amazing.
Yeah.
And
It's a big
something
deal.
almost unheard of in that era.
Oh, it blew my mind as a
and
kid.
still, I don't feel like it happens all that much now.
This almost sold me at Genesis.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, just the fact that you could play as a Velociraptor
Yep.
almost got me to the point where I was going to save up enough money to buy a Sega
And you're
Genesis.
stalking Grant the whole time. Like it's
Yeah.
It's a cool concept.
It is a cool
It's a cool
concept.
idea. But the game is just like the game's just bad.
I did enjoy it as a kid. I will say that. I did enjoy it as a kid. I never beat it, but I did get to the end of the game as both Grant and the Raptor as a kid. I beat the game as the Raptor. I do not count that because the game is I feel like the game is very
You can do it
easy
like
as a
45
Raptor.
minutes
It's very,
as the Raptor.
It's very fast. Grant, I made it to the very end of the game, and I didn't understand the gimmick that you have to use to win. At the end of the game takes place in the Jurassic Park Visitor Center, where they've got 2 dinosaur skeletons. and you have to destroy the skeletons, the base of the skeletons, so that they fall down. I'm saying skeletons, but you know what I mean, fossilized skeletons. You have to destroy the bases in order for them to fall down on the raptors that are in the visitor center.
Okay.
And that's how you win. As a dumb kid, I just fought the raptors, and that does not win you the game.
Yeah.
So now I know, and I could go back and finish this, but here's the deal. I don't want to. When I played this, I was normally before I stream a game. Hey, people who follow the Twitch stream, you may have noticed I did not do Jurassic Park, and that's because normally what I do is I try to spend like 15 minutes with a game before I start streaming it, just to kind of get an idea, so I'm not completely a fucking dumbass on stream. Don't worry, it happens anyway. I did that with Jurassic Park. I got through the first level, and I was like, you know what? I think I can go by memory on this game. Because I almost beat it as a kid. It's like, I do not want to play this game because it is not fun.
Nope.
It is not fun.
Because I wondered why. Like, I remember, like, playing against the Raptor, that was a big deal. Like, why is this not on the list? Okay.
This is why.
I see
and
why
I'm
it's on the list.
glad that we like really like dug into it to figure out why. It's because it's not fucking fun.
Playing the boat level.
I know.
Like,
do you want to go through the different things? Yeah, kind of, sort of. The boat level,
like, I feel like we should, but I don't.
But you don't want to.
It's just bad. It's just, listen to us. It's a bad game. You don't, like, I guess it's very Alan Grant that you don't kill the dinosaurs. You just trank everything in sight.
Yeah.
There are plenty of healing items, but everything nearly kills you all the time.
Right. There are a lot of healing items, but it's like there's so many ways to instantly die in the game that it really doesn't matter. Because it's like whenever I died, it was from an instant death effect.
Yeah.
Like falling in a pit
Or water.
Or here's what I hate the most. In the first stage, they like set the precedent immediately where it's like, this is going to be a frustrating experience. Get ready. When it's like you're going through the jungle. After, I will say that I think that the opening cinematic is nice. Like the cinematics in this game, I feel like they did a good job. Like they do the whole scene of like the power going out and then the T-Rex appearing and like shaking the expedition or whatever. The Ford, was it Explorer?
Explorer, I think, yeah.
And like that's done in like animated fashion, and that's a nice cinematic, and I like that. That's like some production value. And then you start out in the first level, you're going through the jungle as Grant, and it fucking sucks because I swear to you, 50% of that level, you're just sliding down slippery roots or something. And it's like, as you're sliding down, if you jump at the wrong time, you die. I wasn't dying from falling in a pit. I was just dying because I was sliding down a ramp that I knew was going to end in a pit, and I was jumping too early, and I guess the fall killed me.
Yeah.
But I don't even see, it's like the game just like makes a split decision where it's like, oh no, you're not going to live through that. Because what happens is I would jump, I would hear Grant go, "Rah!" and then the screen would go black. I don't even see him hit the ground or anything. It's just, if I'm going to die from a height, I want to see the character
Give me a death
hit the ground.
animation.
Yeah, exactly. Don't fucking cheap out. Does this game have a death animation for Grant? I don't fucking know. I don't know that I've ever seen him die.
I bet not.
Maybe it doesn't.
No, like instant, man.
Because all the deaths I feel like I've ever had in this game are from instant death. It's just, there's no death animation, the screen just fades to black or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't feel like I'm doing a good job.
No, I mean, there's not. Okay,
Let's take a moment and grade our performance.
It's a dark shaded, going through the jungle, going in the museum, going in like
you got to turn on the power.
Science buildings, like research labs.
There's a canyon.
And floaty controls. You have a dart gun, smoke bombs, and a rocket launcher, and it's not fun.
You have a rocket launcher?
Way later on, you get rockets. Yeah.
No, I don't remember that. I remember my favorite weapon in the game is the cattle prod.
Okay.
Because you use it on smaller dinosaurs and you get to see their skeleton as it electrifies them.
The little chicken dinosaurs that will swarm all over you.
The compies.
Compies, there you go.
The compsognathus.
That if you're the raptor, you eat the compies for health.
That's a nice touch.
or the roasted turkey legs that are left around the stage for the raptor to eat.
I know. That even bothered me as a kid, where it's like, I should be able to eat the people that I'm killing and regain health.
Yeah.
Instead of waiting for convenient turkeys that have been prepared for me and left in the corners of the buildings.
The raptor chef who knows you're hungry and putting out turkey legs.
Here's another thing that bothered me as a kid and bothers me to this day. So when you're playing as a raptor, it mirrors Grant's journey, and you're stalking Grant from level to level.
Yeah.
But when you're playing as Grant, there aren't a whole bunch of fucking Jurassic Park security guards like there are when you're a raptor.
Yep.
I don't know. I just feel like that's dumb.
It is dumb.
The raptor's story is incredibly dumb. Because not only does it like change the whole dynamic of like, oh, Jurassic Park's out of control because they have fucking security guards, like at least 50 on a stage. But when you beat the game as the raptor, you hide in a crate, and that crate gets put on a ship, and you make it to the mainland.
Because you're both just trying to get off the island, man.
Right.
Yeah, because the raptor knows.
I get that.
Get off this island.
I get
gotta
that.
Gotta get nuked. Gotta get off.
However, what fucking ship is like who's issuing this order to be like, you know what, we got to get all this shit off the island before we escape? No, I realize the power's out, it's a big fucking deal, but you get your boat to this island and pull these crates. That's like hard labor. So it's not easy. It's not like, who gets the crates to the dock? Who's doing that as the dinosaurs are like fucking rampaging around? Like, what kind of hazard pay is involved? Like, Muldoon doesn't even fucking make it. What dock worker is going to make it? No one.
You're right. I didn't think about that.
And so the raptor hides inside a crate, and the fucking animation is of a crate being picked up by a crane, and there's a hole in the crate with the raptor like peering out, and he's got his fucking claw hanging out. Is no one like looking at these crates before they put them on? Like, is it just like, I understand if you're in a rush because you don't want a Tyrannosaurus to eat you, but we've already like shed light on the fact that that's bullshit. I mean, that's not happening. So it's like, there's a big fucking hole in this crate, and there's clearly a dinosaur inside of it. Bill, what do you think? Do we put this one on?
Is it supposed to be there? Probably.
It's got the Jurassic Park logo on it, doesn't it? Yeah, it fucking goes on this boat. This goes on this boat, which also has a Jurassic Park logo on it. Hammond is very good at branding. What part of the implicit instructions did you not understand? Things with Jurassic Park on it go on the Jurassic Park boat.
Without exception.
Right. Exactly. I didn't like the game. It's a bummer because I loved it as a kid. I really legitimately loved this game as a kid.
I mean, people who are hardcore fans of the movie, like, just happy to have a more experience, more Jurassic Park to go through.
I also loved Rampage Edition. I'm afraid to revisit that too because I'm afraid that game is also bad.
I bet it is.
Probably is.
Yeah.
Probably very bad.
Yeah.
I remember it being more like Contra with dinosaurs though, so maybe that ages better than Another World with dinosaurs. So,
yeah.
Sleepy Bear. Have you taken your sleep meds already?
No,
Oh god.
It's just like
Oh god.
last few days, man. Getting around this time, I get hit hard.
Yeah. Well, you were so used to waking up at like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm still trying to transition back. There's no John Williams music in this game.
You're right, and that surprises me that I didn't notice that. There is no John. It's all like it's like throat noises. Yeah. Can I tell you that? Hi, I'm talking about my kid again. Sorry. When I turned this game on and started playing it, like Henry enjoyed the logo, and then the music kicked in, and he immediately started crying.
Okay.
I mean, it was just like, not only did he start crying, but he was like looking at me desperately, asking me to do something different. He kept saying Bob Train, which means that he wanted me to change it to YouTube so he can watch Bob the Train, which is a poorly done CG cartoon that he fucking adores. Link in the show notes, Bob the Train.
It's like, because Kenna, like, she'll want to watch Shimmer and Shine and Dora and all that shit.
I'm familiar with Dora. I don't know Shimmer and Shine.
Oh, man. God, Kenna loves Shimmer and Shine.
Yeah.
She'll do the whole dance and all that.
Sounds like the name of a show I would not let my kid watch because I want him to grow up to be a man,
Yep.
Tyler.
Yep. It does star 3 girls. And she will, on YouTube, it's not always easy to find full episodes, but they always have tons of like 2 hours of like the mobile games being played and shit like that.
Yes.
Kenna's totally like Dora. Okay, yeah, I'll watch somebody play the Dora mobile game for 2 hours.
Dude.
Great.
Can I tell you how like much better you've made me feel about my parenting? Because like there was a moment where like I came home and Henry was watching gameplay of. Are you familiar with Sego games? Not to be confused with Sega games.
Like Sega and Fago come together.
Yes, two weird things.
Two
that
great
are weird
things
together. There's this developer called Sego, and they do a bunch of mobile games for kids that Henry loves. And we discovered, or Nikki discovered, that there are gameplay demos essentially on YouTube of these games. And Henry fucking loves watching these. He fucking loves it. And there was a moment where like I remember coming home and being like, is my almost 2-year-old watching gameplay videos? Like, and like, I remember 3 years ago and I was like, I can't believe people want to watch other people play video games instead of playing the games themselves. And it's like, here it is, like in action, like at age 2, where it's like, yeah, this is a preferred method of gaming.
Because what Kenna also loves that Choco Chica will always watch with her.
Choco Chica, yeah, I remember.
I
love it. God, I love that. That's a thing.
Like the present opening where they open like the presents for little kids, like the unboxing and stuff like that.
Yeah, and the fucking surprise eggs.
Yeah. Loves that. Loves that stuff.
Dude, I feel like, all right, if you're listening to this, just stop listening for just a minute. Tyler and I are going to have a private conversation, okay? All right, I think they're gone. I think that you and I should stop this fucking podcast thing, and I think that we can make some actually good YouTube videos for kids. It's like, let's just stop doing this and let's just do surprise eggs. Because, like, dude, I've watched some of those with like 1 million fucking views and they're awful. They're awful. It's like a creepy guy. Like I worry about being creepy sometimes, but then I watch these and it's like, oh, what's in this egg? Oh, hi, I'm a cute little rabbit. And it's like, I'm like horrified, where it's like, this is creepy as shit, man. This is a man who's ejaculated inside a woman. He should not be doing this.
Because that was one video where like they had like a what would you do sort of some style wall where you'd punch through the paper and get what's on the other side.
Oh, I haven't seen that. That sounds cool. I don't think we could do better than that.
She'll spin a number and then like, 7. Let's see, and then punch through and pull out an egg, open it up. Oh, it's an Elsa figurine from Burger King. All right, spin around. 2, and she'll poke her arm or face. Hand. Yeah. That's what that is. Yeah. Arm, face. I don't know. Hand. That's what's at the end of this
Trust me,
stick.
I've also watched enough glory hole videos where I don't know what things you stick through a hole in the wall. I'm there too. I get it. It feels weird to say stick a hand through a hole.
Hand?
Yeah. Right.
Not just 2 fingers as a signal.
But or a foot under a stall.
She'll punch her whole hand through and then draw it out covered in slime. Like, oh no, I got the slime.
Yeah. I feel like we could do that.
Yep.
We could do that.
We could exploit our kids for monetary gain.
Dude, the ones that I've seen, like, I've seen some that don't even have a fucking kid in it. Where it's just an isolated white background, a big bucket full of eggs, and just a guy's hands. Where it's like, it's POV porn, but instead of a dick getting sucked, it's a dude grabbing eggs out of a bucket and opening it up. And
we watched that weird video the other day when the girls were all watching stuff on YouTube of like the dad who got those like gel packets or whatever and filled a kid's pool with them, and his daughters were swimming in the pool, and he just films them
just writhing in it.
Yeah,
just writhing,
and then like not just like having like, it was just weird. It was really weird.
Can I tell you how like fun of a moment it was when you, me, and Jacob were in the same room and that was on the television and Henry had stopped watching it? How fun it was when we all felt weird at the same time.
Yep.
Because it was like, are we really just watching like 2 7-year-old girls essentially mud wrestle in a wading pool full of purple goo?
Yep. That's exactly
what it was. And it was very, it felt very creepy.
Very weird.
Very creepy. It's weird how you introduce a 2-year-old boy and all of a sudden it's fine.
No. He's watching this. He's watching this. This is for him. Don't judge him.
I hate this.
Do you have any achievements for Jurassic Park?
Kind of.
Yeah, me too.
Kind of. Well, can you start then?
My first one is Hotbox. And that is you use the smoke bomb to knock out 10 dinosaurs.
Ah, all right. Speaking of the smoke bomb, can I tell you how lame it is when a Tyrannosaurus Rex appears on a level?
Just the head.
It's just the head that pops out of a random spot in the level. And it always looks like... this is a reference that no one's going to get, but
Perfect. That's our bread and butter.
No one is going, not even you.
Okay.
maybe you. I don't know. So I had a dog named Ein. He was a corgi. Unfortunately, he's dead. But wow, way to start that story on like a real upbeat.
Yep. Yeah.
That's it. That's the story. And then
I had a dog. He's dead. You know, like Jurassic Park.
Thanks. But I caught a mosquito that bit him once, and I've been saving it in my freezer. I'm going to bring him back one day. So donate on the Patreon, please, so I can afford the equipment.
When we reach $1 million, we'll bring back our dead pets.
Oh, man. Can I tell you something, though? This is going to sound fucked up as shit, but, like, when he died, if, like, someone had come to me and been like, I understood Pet Cemetery when he died. Like, if someone would have come to me and been like, look, I know a way you can bring your dog back. I'd have been like, yeah, fine, let's do it. Let's fucking, I mean, he will come back as a zombie. No, I don't give a shit. Just
That's
fucking,
fine.
Just
I'll keep him on a chain. It's
make it
fine.
happen. Right. So, all right. This dog of mine, Ein, loved to fucking eat cat shit. Like that was like, that was like his
caviar
thing, man. that was his yellow caviar. Was just cat turds in all forms. So when we moved to this house
in the litter, so they're crunchy like chocolate chip cookies,
dude.
Yeah.
As annoying as it was cleaning up the litter, it was hilarious to see my dog like exit a room looking ashamed and like litter on his nose like he just like snorted a line of coke or something. Just looking at me like that's my last time I'm doing it, I promise.
I'll go clean. Right? I'm fine.
When he hit rock bottom. So he would eat cat shit so frequently that when we moved into this new house, we designated a room where it's like, this is the cat's bathroom. That's what this room is for. It's for A, letting the cats shit in here in peace, and B, it's just where we store things we don't want anymore but won't throw away.
Yep.
We call it the cat room. And when I think about it, it's an absurd amount of space in the house that is dedicated to just
a third of your house.
It is a third of my house. It is definitely a third of my house.
I mean, granted, that third also is not air conditioning, so you don't want to fuck with it anyway.
It's not really a living space yet. But if we're still in there when Henry hits 12, like I've already told Nikki, like that's gonna be his room. He's gonna have, and she's like, but aren't you worried about like him having people over and stuff without us knowing? Because it's got its own fucking door and everything that leads to the outside. I'm all for that because that means he's home. That means he's home and he's not out snorting lines of cat litter. Bumping rails.
I had the same thing when I was in high school. I had like the basement that had its own bathroom and door and like everything.
Dude.
You know,
Yeah.
I wasn't sneaking out and doing shit like that. It was a nice space. My friends could come over and we had privacy to hang out, and that was it.
I feel like spaces like that generate nerdy kids.
Yep.
Because when I was in Cedar Rapids, I also had a basement where it was just like I would sleep down there. The computer was there. That is where I would play Wolfenstein 3D while watching Full House. Like if that is not a recipe for a boy who will not have sex until college, I don't know what is. It's just like a laboratory. It's just a virgin laboratory down there, man. So the dog. Back to the dog. Because he would eat cat shit, we had a designated cat bathroom, and we got tiny cat doors that we installed on the door leading into the room so that the cats could get in there, but the dog could not. So routinely, that my dogs cat shit habit was so strong that he would like often try to like force his large stocky body through the tiny cat door.
Big for a corgi.
He was a big corgi.
He was max. He rolled max size.
And we never got him. We never got him neutered, and I think that has a lot to do with it because he was like, he was a fucking like if he was like in a cuckold situation, he's definitely the bull. He was a big old fucking corgi. That's what we called him, Paducah. And so he would try to force himself through the cat door, and several times I would be like on the other side of the door, and then just randomly he would just like burst his head through the cat door, like just like with the cat
like
shit
shining.
crazy, right? And that's what the Tyrannosaurus in Jurassic Park levels remind me of. So there we go. I hope everyone enjoyed my
That was good.
long Grandpa Simpson story about something that reminded me of a thing that no one remembers from a video game that kind of sucked.
I enjoyed the journey. I thought it was good.
I enjoyed that achievement, Tyler. I've got one for you called Spare No Expense. And in order to unlock Spare No Expense, you have to buy this game on Amazon, but not at its best price, at its most expensive price. And then play it. It unlocks immediately. As soon as you plug it in and turn it on, Spare No Expense pops up.
Ugh.
Do you have any other achievements?
My other one is Dino Tyrant, and that is you shoot a rocket at the T-Rex like you would Tyrant in the Resident Evil series.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Tyrant fan.
Yeah.
That's like, we'll get into that maybe one day.
Yeah, we'll do Resident Evil.
Yeah, we'll do it. I got the HD remaster.
I don't know if I got that or not.
My second achievement, Tyler, is called
Nice. Yep. We had to do that.
And in order to unlock you have to download a ROM of this video game on the internet. And then play that instead of playing.
I really hope there's a ROM. There's a ROM out there that does that.
I hope there is too. I hope it's like everything is normal. The title screen is normal. The options are normal. But when first level starts, Dennis Nedry pops up at the bottom of the screen. He didn't say the magic word. Tyler, do you have any other achievements?
That's it.
Let's see. I can take other lines from the movie and we can shoehorn achievements onto it if you'd like.
Meh.
No, not into it. Not feeling it.
We're hitting time.
All right. Fuck it. Let's move on. Achievements done.
Yep.
Want me to tell you another story about my dog?
Sure.
I have
That's
plenty.
fine.
I have plenty. I'll save them.
We can do that.
It'll be a Corgi Corner. A new segment.
That's a good Patreon episode.
Yeah, that's actually,
Corgi
that's
Corner.
like I feel like that's a little self-indulgent, but yeah, I'm down to do it.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm down to do Corgi Corner. You bet. I need to get a new dog, I think. The older Henry gets, the more I'm like, this is like raising him is getting easier.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like a dog was like, the older he gets, I feel like the easier it's going to be to insert a dog into the equation.
Yeah. Cats just run from him in terror, so something that will stay around to be pet.
One of the cats runs in terror. The other cat, like Berlioz, for those of you who've listened regularly, might have heard the name Berlioz before. He is the best fucking cat I've ever shared a house with. He is a black cat. Black cats are the best cats. They just fucking are.
Yep.
They just are. I don't know what it is about them, but they are the best fucking cats. Like every black cat I've owned has been A, friendly, and B, for some reason, a water cat. Every black cat I've owned has been like, water, I'm cool with it. It's no big deal. But Berlioz is essentially Henry's brother. He'll play with him. He always wants to get in the crib with Henry. And Henry loves it. Like when Berlioz jumps in there, it's just, I know it has happened because Henry is just squealing with pleasure. And Berlioz is just lying in there, just soaking up the attention. This has been a very my kid centric podcast.
So, I mean, what Jurassic Park does to you, it's fine.
It does get those kid vibes buzzing because it was such an integral. The movie and the book played such a huge role in my development. I feel like, like that is if it hadn't been Jurassic Park, hadn't been for Jurassic Park, there is there's so much sci-fi that I never would have explored. Like ever.
sense.
Like I never would have read Sphere or Andromeda Strain, which led into other, things where
Yeah.
it's like Sphere is a fucking, I don't know if it holds up, but when I read it after Jurassic Park, I was like, holy shit, this is a good book. I never saw the movie, but that Jurassic Park like was a pivoting point in my like development because it just turned me on to like so many fucking nerdy-ass things.
Yeah.
Really. Okay. Sorry.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
No, I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Great. Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
I've had a lot of fun today talking about shit that no one fucking cares about.
We hated the game. It's not like what we remembered. I feel like we did some funny stories. I think it's all good.
All right, great.
I think it's all good.
Welcome to our all intros show.
Yep. That's what we do when we just hate a game. We could talk about it for a little bit, but we don't want to just keep reveling in the shit. That we'll talk about other things. That's just what happens. And I don't think anybody else begrudges that. They generally like it.
Not only did I hate it, I hate that I hated it.
Yeah.
This is a tough one for me. Super tough. All right, Tyler. I have a question for you. A few questions. If you were to give this game a beard that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of beard would you give it?
And give it a beard whenever they find the giant pile of Triceratops shit and they're pawing through it. Like you slip and your face plants inside the Triceratops shit, and when you set back up, the shit beard from Triceratops pile.
Shit beard.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot. Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
I have another question for you. If you were to give this game a pair of glasses that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of glasses would you give it?
I would, once you face plant in that shit, so when you sit back up, you have the shit beard, but you also have the ring around your eyes where the shit didn't get to. So it's the shitless eye ring glasses.
I see. You're double dipping.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did this game, so it's fine.
And so did the person in the Triceratops poo.
Yeah.
Speaking of poo, can I tell you another intro story?
Please.
So you remember earlier I told you that I have tummy issues right now going on? Like my tummy is just so hurting. I had to use the bathroom at work today, which I do frequently. I mean, that's no big deal. I mean, pooping at work is the best way to poop. We can all agree on that. But what happened was every time I would try to go to the bathroom, it would either be occupied or someone would like get there right before me. This happened for an hour. And that really fucking sucks when you really have to poop. And it got to the point we have a second bathroom, and it is literally a concrete closet with a toilet in it and a light. It's not as gross as you remember my bathroom Holocaust stories that I told. It's not as bad as that because like stuff doesn't like ooze out of the floor like it did in the other bathroom where it's like Ghostbusters 2. But this is just like straight up not. It wasn't a bathroom. It was like just a closet that someone put a toilet in. And it sucks because there's no ventilation. There's zero. Like, I mean, it is just like, and it's like, what's really cool about
Like
this?
someone casts acid cloud.
Oh, cloud of death. Yeah. I mean, it is just like, oh, it's bad. Someone needs to cast Breeze. And it's like, I learned a lot of things like sitting in there. Like you can see that I don't think that bathroom has ever been cleaned. Instead of cleaning it, they just paint it. Because like there's a spot on the wall where it's like, holy shit, how many coats of paint can I count here? Let's see. It was red. It's red now. And then it was yellow. And then it was teal. And then it was black. And it's just like it goes way back.
Whatever we find the dumpster behind Lowe's, that's what it becomes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Free paint bathroom. And I was in there for so long because it just kept coming. It would not stop. Like, I mean, it was like astonishing. I was like, this much is in me? Really? This much? This is a lot. Should I go to the doctor? This is a lot. At one point, I did have to, someone jiggled the handle, I guess, to get in, I assume, or just to harass me. And I had to yell, I'm pooping! I did. Like I was, and like I don't like doing that.
Nope.
I was at that point where it's like, I'm not fucking leaving this bathroom. Like you're going to have to deal with it. Find somewhere else to pee. I am taking the weirdest shit I've had in my life right now. You need to respect that. I came out of the bathroom. I unabashedly was like, no one go in there. It's very bad in there right now. You realize there's no ventilation. And everyone's looking at me like I'm fucking crazy. And then like I look at the first person. I'm like, if you think I'm fucking with you, go in there right now. They would not do it. Then everyone got
So
in
you had
line.
to push them in there and hold the door closed.
Yeah, this is the closest I can do to a Dutch oven with you, coworker.
No, they always executed one right off the bat at Auschwitz. That's what I'm doing here. Like just
Is that true?
I'd heard that like to keep the rest in line, immediately kill one off
I
as
hear
soon
that
as they get there.
I hear that for like prisons, right? You like punch the biggest
Guy
dude.
right there, yeah.
I hear that, but I also think that just gets you killed,
Yep.
right? I mean, I feel like if I did that, that I would be murdered that
Or is
night.
that survivor bias? Like you hear that because it only worked for the certain
only
amount of
hear it,
people.
right,
You don't hear about
exactly.
the other people that died.
I would go the other route where it's like I would just start pooing and peeing everywhere, where they'd be like, oh, we have to put this guy in solitary. And I know that makes you crazy. Like I hear that like has serious like detrimental effects on your psyche. And I believe that, but I think I would prefer it.
I get it.
I mean, I could do a whole lot of by myself podcasts in there. By myself, for myself. Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
I have another question for you. Thank you for listening to my poo-poo story.
Anytime.
I know you love them. Sorry for that. I have another
As long as they're
question.
your poop stories. It's okay.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll text you later, let you know how this Imodium worked out.
Good.
Yeah. I have another question for you. I want to know, how much is this game on Amazon? If you were to buy Jurassic Park for the Sega Genesis right now on Amazon, how much do you think you would pay for it?
It's not a great game. Came across 9 different platforms. I know there were a shit ton of them. So I will say $5.99.
$5.99 from Tyler. Tyler, actual retail value of Jurassic Park for the Sega Genesis used at the time of this recording is $3.31.
Yeah.
Very inexpensive game.
Yeah.
However, I have another question for you. And this is because it ties in directly to my achievement, Spare No Expense. If you were to unlock the achievement, Spare No Expense, how much do you think you would pay for this game on Amazon? What is the most expensive copy of Jurassic Park on
But
Amazon?
not one that's new, just the most expensive used copy.
Let's say let me just say this has got to be new. I don't know the answer
Okay.
to that, but
All
this
right,
has got to
new.
be new.
$260.
Wow. All right, Tyler. The actual retail value of Jurassic Park. You kind of took the wind out of the sails of this, I feel like. It's $189.99. Still a very
Still a lot.
large amount of money for
But when to go
Jurassic
from
Park.
$3 to $187.
Yeah, it's a lot. And that's it. That's all my segments. That's all the questions I have for
That's
you.
good. It hits us about time, so
All right. You want to close it out?
shut them down, open up shop.
See who won this election?
Yep. See how tomorrow's going to play out.
Yep. See whether or not I pack up all my shit tomorrow.
Go to Canada, go to Nova Scotia.
You know what's really depressing? That wouldn't make a fucking difference.
Nope.
Like, you'd have to move to like somewhere like the Philippines to like truly like, and even then I feel like you're going to feel the
There
ramifications.
could be global ramifications
of every
election.
but I do think especially this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for listening, everybody. You can find us depressed probably tomorrow. I don't know.
Probably.
I've got a bad feeling.
I do too.
bad
God, I
feeling.
didn't want you to say that because I have a bad feeling too.
I went today and I voted. I
did
barely
too.
made it. I tried going before work.
There was an error or something you said on Facebook.
Here's a pro tip. Don't move shortly around election time because both counties won't know what to do with your registration. So the polling place I was supposed to be at, I was told to be at, they're like, nope, go to your old one. It's like, well, I had a small window before work. Now I'm going to have to like try to get out of work a little bit early to have time to come back to the other place where I used to live 30 minutes from work.
I had the best
So-
lunch, man. I voted on lunch.
Yeah.
And I had the best lunch because what I got to do was go vote, which took way less time than I thought. Surprisingly enough, no one's at the polls at 2:00 in the afternoon. Just went, I voted. It took very short amount of time. And then I just played Pokemon Go.
It's pretty good.
And that was it.
Pretty good.
Yep. Found that Kabuto spawn
That's awesome.
and just caught as many as I could, which turned out to be one for the remainder of my lunch break. One's enough.
So good, yep.
One's enough. Finding a kabuto in the wild is a lot like anal sex. It doesn't have to happen that much. It just needs to happen
just once.
Just at least once
per partner. It's fine.
And once you do it 50 times, you evolve it.
It is something with razor hands.
All right, sweetie, we've done this 50 times. I think it's time to upgrade this to razor territory.
So thanks for listening, everybody. You can find the show on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Stitcher. So don't miss the next episode. I don't know if we discussed what we were doing.
We haven't. We'll probably talk about Bob the Train.
Yeah, sounds good.
No, but seriously, what are we going to do?
We have people who are on deck for interviews.
Oh, we do?
Yep.
Can we say who? Can you tell me?
Well, I mean, I haven't talked to them, but they meet what we normally do. So,
are they nearby?
Well, Drew and or Bailey.
Oh, okay.
So I was going to see if any of them were available because we haven't done an interview in a long time.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Well,
so we don't know if they're available or not. That's just out there.
I know that's tough. I don't want to commit to that because it's like one of those things where it's like, it's almost like promising your friends that Aerosmith is going to be playing at your local convention center, and then like you totally do not know if that's actually going to be happening or not.
It's like the plot of Wayne's World 2.
God. Drew and Bailey, I'm sorry that I compared you guys to Aerosmith. You deserve so much fucking better than that.
I think it'd be Aerosmith on drugs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm back in.
There you go.
All right, Toys in the Attic. Yeah, fine. That's a compliment. By the way, thank you, everybody, for letting me know about your personal Everclear experiences. I've received a lot of messages about Everclear. A lot. And I am not lying to you. I enjoyed every single fucking one. Every single one. So if you are one of the people who messaged me about Everclear, thank you. Thank you. Seriously, thank you. I did not expect that to resonate with anybody.
Yeah, well,
so
it's Everclear, man.
I'm glad that it did.
Let's see. So we'll be doing something like that for Monday.
Something
like
we'll
that.
Figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Let's see. Hey, iTunes is the biggest marketplace. We need those 5-star written iTunes reviews. So please go to TADPOG or go to iTunes, find TADPOG, leave us a 5-star written review. You can also do that on Amazon because we have a shirt. You can leave us our shirt 5 stars, write a review. There's a shitty bootleg shirt. You know what to do there. You can deal with that.
Leave it a 1-star review.
Yep. Write it. Be clean so it stays.
I'm not even being polite. I don't care. Just leave it a 1-star review. I don't care if I feel like I'm allowed to say that.
Jacked your shit. So
yeah, our shit. That's our shit.
Well, more your shit because you designed it.
I did design it, but it is ours.
I just lent you my visage.
Yeah, that's important. I captured your soul.
Yeah,
it's
in there.
You should be as offended as me.
Both of our souls. That's in there.
Someone stole our souls. That's what's happened.
Let's see. And we have Facebook. We have Twitter. Various ways to keep in contact with us. So if there's a game you want us to play, a guest host you want for an episode, a Patreon request, just get in touch with us. And we promise what you ask for, we will get to that eventually.
Don't worry, guys. Like Tyler said, we're going to be back. We're going to be talking about something. We promise there will be an episode, even though we don't know what it's going to be about. Hey, Tyler.
I just got a bad text message.
A bad text message?
Melissa just texted me, Trump won Ohio and is leading in Florida.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
I guess that depends on which side you're on. That could be a good text message if you're not us.
If you are not us.
Tyler?
Yes, sir.
Can you do me can we
blow you where the Pampers is?
What?
Can you blow me where the Pampers is? I don't know why that PCU gag just suddenly bubbled up out of nowhere. Hey, can you blow me where the Pampers is?
I guess you forgot about that movie. Me.
Basically everybody.
But when you said PCU, like the Comedy Central memories just came flooding in. When Comedy Central first started and they were like, what do? We got PCU and we got Airheads. I guess
Dr. Katz.
I guess just run these over and over. Yeah.
There you go.
All right, we're gonna do it.
It'll break them down eventually, and they'll watch it, just like I did.
Yeah, it worked. And then they started throwing in Mystery Science Theater 3000, and then The Daily Show. The Daily Show was early
with Craig Kilborn.
Yep. Hey, can we message Drew and or Bailey before this drops? Because I don't want them to find out that they might be the source of our content.
To them at all.
Right. I see you're moving right now.
Yep.
Moving into action. While you do that, listeners, you can find us on tadpog.com. That's where the show notes live. I know you want to see those Bob the Train videos. They are going to be there in the show notes. You can also find us on Facebook. We're at facebook.com/tadpog. There's a lot of cool people there doing a lot of cool shit. If you do not like the page yet, consider joining us, and you can talk about things there. We're on Twitter. We're at tadpog_podcast. It's cumbersome, I realize. Thank you to everybody for retweeting the show, especially our episode announcements. They help spread the word. Hey, did you enjoy this episode? Did you just love it? Were you like, oh man, this was the best thing that I think I've listened to ever. I mean, ever. Let me try to say ever as Southern as I possibly can. Ever. If you did, I encourage you to visit our Patreon page. If you'd like to chip in at least $1 a month, you gain access to all our bonus episodes that we have recorded and will record as long as you remain a donor. You can do that at patreon.com/tadpog. Guys, thank you very much to everybody who supports us. It really does mean a lot. And I'd like to take a moment to thank a few people personally who have recently donated. I would like to thank Micah Purdue, a.k.a. Exalted Lord Mike of Purdue, for recently upping his donation. I would also like to thank Martin Stein for his new pledge. Mm-hmm. Martin, thank you. You're fucking awesome. And I think that might be it. We're recording these a little bit out of order. We recorded the last episode earlier than normal, so I'm just making sure I didn't miss anybody. I don't think that I did.
I don't think you did.
Let's see. You can call us if you want. Give us a ring at 270-883-2555. Feel free to leave us a voicemail or a text message. Tyler, I have a confession to make. I done goofed, and I need to apologize to you for my mistake.
Yeah, probably not.
Need to apologize to our very own bloody-handed otaku Jack of Ziggy Moons, Mike H. He said something on Facebook earlier today, which gave me pause. He said that he was pretty sure that he left voicemails and not text messages for the two. Remember those voice to text that were all completely fucked up?
Yeah.
He said that.
Did you read the Google Translate?
Guess he read the Google Translate because he thought it was a text message. That was me. So, oops, that was my bad, Mike H. But I do want to say this. You know how easy it would have been for me to say nothing? Very fucking easy. Absolutely very fucking easy. So I just but I felt bad. I felt like that was not the right path to take. Because Mike H is such a great listener. Mm-hmm. I felt like I totally owed it to him to own up to my very, very dumb fucking stupid mistakes. So
that's funny.
There we go. That's it.
Let's see. If you want to send us package, games, food, postcards, please send that to Tadpog Studios, care of Nicole Nance. Paducah, P.O. Box 3785, Paducah, Kentucky 42002.
Nice.
We have an Instagram, tadpog_podcast on Instagram.
Yep.
Post shit from the show on there. And
we do have a Twitch channel.
Yep.
If you want to not see Jurassic Park, you can just search for Tadpog on Twitch. You'll find it. Mm-hmm. We've been doing some D&D on there on Saturdays at 9, so you can check that out too.
And then our theme song is Moves by Support Drop. Link to that track from the show notes at tadpog.com. How you want to close this one out, Dave?
I think that we should close it out like probably like raptors that have learned how to talk.
Okay, you do that. So until next time, Tropical Capricorn.
Mine is just really dumb.
Bum 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 bum. Brock Brontosaurus getting out of the water and climbing around.
This is the best part of the show. Why'd we save it for last?
It's the stinger now.
I have an idea for this one.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry about it. It's covered.
Oh, hey guys. I just finished Echo the Dolphin and Dave's story about the Sesame Street no song you can't have it install reminded me of my regretful recall. I think I was like 8, maybe 7, and there was this little like those cheapy drugstore kind of toys you get your kids to shut up, and I wanted it. It was this like mermaid doll where she got wet, her hair would like change colors. I thought that was the coolest thing, and I wanted it. My dad's like, "Son, you're a boy. You can't have that." My mom ended up getting it for me later, but it was like a year later, like 6 months later. My dad's like, whatever. But, yeah, that was it. There was that. Keep up the good work, guys. Bye. Oh, yeah, I forgot to add. I also had a shitload of those Alicia Frank folders, too. And, like, ones with, like, really adorable kitties. Because I really like cats and animals around the same time. So I also got picked on for it, too. And now as an adult, it's like, well, fuck those people. I like what I like. Oh, shit. I remember those stupid animal playing sports. Thanks for the trip down, like, nostalgia lane for that one. Oh, damn. I am tired. It's hot out here. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.